I'm so sick of photographs. You guys should all stop taking pictures. Just stop taking pictures and start experiencing life. You know, the whole time that I was in the Muslim world, I never took any pictures of my teachers. I never even thought of taking pictures of my teachers. I was just there with them. I don't have pictures with any of my teachers, with the exception of Marab al-Hajj, because a photographer came with me on the trip. That's it. But I don't have pictures with the teachers that I was with, anything. I mean, the early ulama were divided about cameras, and I think those fatwas need to be revisited, because you can see the madness of an image-based culture. I mean, I have a friend of mine who had a child recently. They're taking the picture every few minutes. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, what's that doing to the child? You know, people don't even think about that. I mean, how is that child gonna, from the day one, it's like being treated like Paris Hilton or something, you know? People like that can't go anywhere without having their picture taken. And then, who gave you permission to take a person's image? Like, just take their image. Who gave you that permission? I mean, we're a community of tell people to lower their gaze. The Prophet never stared at anybody. Well, I mean, if a picture's not staring, what is it? Because you've permanently captured that person. Now they have cameras that you can zoom right up and see all their blemishes on their faces and everything. It's just total invasion of people's privacy. Really, you have to ask where it's all going. Because, you know, I grew up in the age of Polaroid. You know, it's just, they weren't even good pictures. You didn't even want the picture. It was so bad. Now it's high definition. I remember in Morocco there was a man, one of the Salihin, and some people were there, and they asked him if they could take a picture with all of them. And he said, that's what he did, like, take the picture in your heart. And just experience it. You know, I mean, there's people now, like, they go to, like, the whole time they're just sitting there with this thing, like, you know, and then well, it's for so-and-so at home, you know, who's not there. Well, they're not there for a reason. You're here. It's so troubling to me, all this stuff. And I don't believe, I really believe if Sahaba were alive and they saw how we behave now, they would just be amazed at how divorced people were from reality. Plato in the Republic was, you know, Socrates. But Plato writes in the Republic about why there shouldn't be image makers. Because image makers are divorcing people from reality. We're already divorced from reality one time. This is not reality. And once you go into the world of images, now you're 2 times removed from reality. One of the reasons why, if you look at Shakespeare and some of the great playwrights, but Shakespeare does this, it's a common motif in his plays. In Hamlet, he has Hamlet do the play, and then he's got the king watching the play, and the play is going to be about killing the man because he wants to see the king's reaction. The play is the thing wherein we'll catch the conscience of the king. He wants to see how he reacts to the play. But what Shakespeare is doing is he is showing you the illusion. Because when you see somebody in a play watching a play, he's showing you what is really taking place. So I just think all this Facebook stuff, just stop. You know, just live your lives. Go out and take walks amongst trees. Have Facebook friends that actually have branches that you can face, right? Or have a book face, like read a book It's made out of paper, trees. It smells. It's amazing. Good company. Never talk back. Can never offend a book. The book might offend you, but you can't offend a book. I have funny books on my library. Sometimes I'll look and I'll realize that Dawkins is right next to Imam al-Ghazali. And I'll think, wow, it's like they can be side by side on a bookshelf. Yeah, Dawkins would melt if he ever saw Ghazali. He would literally just shrivel up into kind of melt, like kind of. Really? And that's Sidi Gaidi told me, who was a beautiful man and brilliant, erudite man, from really well educated, incredible career. But he told me it was meeting a saint. He had been an atheist up to the point in his life that he actually met a person that was actually a pious person. He'd never met a pious person in his life. And he said on seeing the man, faith came into his heart. He told me that personally. And Imam al-Ghazali says that faith can enter the heart merely by seeing a pious person. And that's proof of that.